Ray J, are we finally going to admit that you might be playing for Team Diddy and doing everything in your power to keep him protected? Don't let Ray J's forever young face and little brother energy fool you. There might be more going on behind that smile. This is the same man who had Whitney Houston out here looking wild, the same guy whose relationship with Princess is a full-time drama series. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And let's not forget, police don't just show up at someone's house that often for no reason. Ray J has a history of doing whatever it takes for a little attention or a little money. Now, out of nowhere, Ray J has come forward to say Diddy is not guilty of those RICO charges. In fact, according to him, we should be looking at the Kardashians instead. Yeah, you heard that right, the Kardashians. It's a wild shift, and it makes you wonder, what exactly does that dig at the Kardashians mean? If you haven't been following closely, here's the rundown. Diddy's been desperately seeking a pardon. He's using every connection he has left to make it happen. But with most people turning their backs on him, who does he still have? According to some, it's Kim and Kris. Kris Jenner is said to be extremely close with Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner. Kim too. And if you know anything about Trump's inner circle, you know Ivanka is his favorite, and Jared is right there at the top with her. On top of all that, there are rumors that the Kardashians and Jenners owe Diddy some serious favors. Favors that come with a price. Silence. And now, as whispers grow that Diddy might get on the stand and expose big names like Clive Davis and Jimmy Iovine, people are wondering, will he really go that far? Maybe not. But if he does start talking, don't be surprised if it's not just the music industry that gets burned, but some of Hollywood's most powerful families too. Let's see where this goes next. So let's talk about Diddy and more. Importantly, what Ray J's little jab at the Kardashians is really about. Because make no mistake, this wasn't random. Ray J came out of nowhere to defend Diddy, and let's be real, he's been defending him for months. Now he's doubling down, saying Diddy shouldn't be getting hit with the RICO charge. The Kardashians should. Yeah, you heard that right. Ray J is basically running into the fire head first, and somehow making it look intentional. To me, this doesn't feel like a random outburst. This feels like a move. A calculated one. If you think this is just Ray J being messy, you haven't been paying attention. Or at least, you haven't been paying attention to what's really going on. And before we go any deeper, yes, I will be back in court covering all of this live, Monday through Friday. Live recaps, deep dives, and everything you're thinking, but no one's saying. But let's get back to Ray. Why does it seem like Ray J is acting as Diddy's unofficial mouthpiece? Why is he suddenly throwing shots at Kim and Kris Jenner? Ray J told TMZ that Diddy shouldn't be the one in legal trouble, but the Kardashians should. Yes, Ray J said that with his whole chest, and honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if he ends up as a character witness for Diddy. Sounds wild, right? But think about it. Ray J has been part of some of the messiest, grimiest situations, and somehow people still just shrug and say, well, that's Ray J. He could take the stand tomorrow, vouch for Diddy, and no one would blink. Now let's get into what he actually said. Ray J accused the Kardashians of destroying families for the past 20 years and told people to stop dragging Diddy's name through the mud. That sounds like more than just an opinion. That sounds like a warning shot. And let's not forget, Ray J has previously claimed that Kim and Kris orchestrated that infamous tape. But let's be real. Ray, you didn't exactly fight it when things were going your way. You were messing with someone who you knew had already done your sister and mom dirty, and you still stayed in it. You didn't just go along with it, you benefited from it. You helped build the narrative of poor Kim, scary black man, and stayed silent the whole time it worked in your favor. And the only reason you never blew up the truth, because from what you hinted during your own live streams, Kim was still letting you back in her world in every way. Ray J isn't a victim of the Kardashians. Let's be clear. Ray J is a co-conspirator, and let's be honest, Ray J only decided to start speaking out when it became convenient for Kim and Kris. So all this eternal victim energy he's trying to push, yeah, miss me with that. You literally kept vibing with a girl who you knew had robbed your mom and sister. So much so that they had to file a lawsuit to get their money back. And even after all that, you were still texting her, asking, what are you doing? What are you wearing? Come on now. And now he's telling people to stop dragging Diddy's name through the dirt? To me, that wasn't just about Diddy. That felt like a direct shot at Kim and Kris. Now on the surface, it sounds like Ray J being petty, right? Like he's still holding on to this decade-old grudge over the Sam tape scandal, which let's not forget, he helped orchestrate. Kim may have flipped the narrative, but Ray played right into it. He was never the victim in that. So you really have to ask, why bring up the Kardashians in a RICO case involving Diddy, unless there's something else going on? Here's where things get interesting, at least according to my theory. Ray J might look reckless, but this doesn't feel like random chaos. This feels strategic. Diddy can't make threats in the open. He can't talk slick under surveillance. Can't even post a cryptic caption on Instagram without triggering legal alarms. But Ray J can say whatever he wants. He's not under indictment. He's not the target of any known investigation. Well, not officially. Let's be honest. He might be under surveillance too, but the key point is he's not part of the prosecution. He might be part of the defense. And if that's true, then what if this whole thing is Diddy's way of sending a message to the Kardashians? A little public pressure campaign. A reminder. I made you famous. I know where the bodies are buried. He might not be ready to take down Clive Davis or Jimmy Iovine, but if he's going down alone, he just might take a Kardashian or two with him. And we've got to ask ourselves, why Ray J? Why now? Because nobody asked Ray J for a legal opinion. He didn't just wake up and decide to do this out of nowhere. Behind the scenes, People are already expecting that Ray J could take the stand for Diddy, not just in support, but maybe as part of the defense strategy itself. Ray J has been loyal to Diddy for decades. He owes him favors, and some even believe he might have gotten caught up in that mess himself. So now, he's working overtime to clean up his image. But this recent outburst, it wasn't just about defending Diddy. It was pressure, direct pressure, on Kim Kardashian. Because let's ask the real question. Who's the only celebrity with the public image, political ties, and industry influence strong enough to quietly push for a presidential pardon? Kim Kardashian. And who's been the mastermind behind Kim's long-term image rehabilitation? Kris Jenner. So no, this wasn't some petty celebrity drama. This wasn't Ray J just venting. This felt like a message. And if you're wondering about Diddy's endgame, no, it's not just damage control. It's not just surviving this wave of allegations. If the whispers are true, Diddy is already laying the groundwork for a potential pardon. He's observing everything. How the public reacts, how Trump's inner circle responds, and, most importantly, who stays silent. Ray J going after the Kardashians in public isn't a meltdown. It's leverage. It's pressure. It's a reminder from Diddy. I helped make you. And if I go down, I'm not going down alone. That's not just defense. It's insurance. And honestly, the energy is starting to feel like burn it all down. Look, not everyone's going to buy into this theory. And maybe Ray J is just stirring the pot. But make no mistake, he's not clueless. He's been playing a role in this game for years. And Diddy, he's done playing nice. This wasn't a public defense. It was a public threat. A warning to Kim, Kris, and anyone else with secrets stored in the shadows. So if you suddenly see Kim posting about prison reform again, yeah, just know. It's not random, it's timed, it's tactical, it's personal. Now here's what you need to ask yourself. Was Ray J just being messy, or is he quietly moving the chess pieces in Diddy's shadow? We'll keep following this story as it unfolds. Stay tuned, because in a case like this, even the silence is loud.